Hey guys, this is Teja and this video is about what I watched in December 2022. The concept is inspired by this YouTube channel, Karsten Runquist. I hope I spelled that right. We are trying to replicate the same thing but with the movies I watch. I will try not to add any spoilers for any of the movies so you can check out if you haven't any. Recently I had issues going to the theater, so this video is mostly me catching up to the movies I should have watched in the theater itself. Let's start the list with Urvasvo Rakasvo. It's a Telugu rom-com movie on living together relationship. The concept of the movie is simple. Hero and heroine loves each other, obviously, but heroine is not interested in marriage. I mean, she has some life ambitions to achieve. Instead of getting married, they ended up living together. Hero does not say his relationship status to his parents, so the entire movie revolves around how he managed his parents with his new relationship and what's going to happen in the end. Normally in rom-coms, I look for two things, romance and comedy. This movie got both of them. To be frank, romance is bit more than story demanded. Also, Sunil and Velan Kishore's comedy and their running commentary is hilarious. It added a lot of flavor to the entire second half. The movie also has many flaws too. Though it is filled with comedy from the start, it takes a lot of time to get into the main plot. Also, heroine's reason to not get married is silly. I mean, is there something like once you get married you should not chase your dreams? All the problems they face has an easy solution, but they just took a hard route and tries to make a comedy out of it. Though that comedy works, but when the movie deals with any emotional scenes, it does not have any impact. Overall, it is not a must-watch movie, but you can have a good time pass watching when you are free. Number 2. 777 Charlie. As a pet lover and parent of a 2-year-old golden retriever, I should have watched this movie in the theater, man. It's a movie that revolves around the bonding between man and a dog. How he got into his chaotic life made it even more chaotic, and how they started understanding each other is the basic movie line. There is a lot of story even later on, but I don't want to spoil any of it for you. It's a damn emotional, to be frank. I might be a bit biased here, but this is one of the best movies I have ever watched. I mean ever, not just 2022. I liked it so much that I rewatched the entire movie again on the next day. I watched many dog movies from Marley and Me, Air Bud, Benji, Hachiko, Turner and Woods, even Secret Life of Pets. Of course, there are many more to cover, but let's stop the list here. Of all the movies, I can say Charlie has a bigger impact on me emotionally. This is also a travel movie as much as it is a dog movie, and the movie nails both the aspects. The protagonist goes to greater lengths just for his dog. It can feel weird for many people, but I can completely relate to it and see myself in that situation. Whatever he does in the movie felt completely natural to me. It also has some flaws too, but as I said, I am biased here, so I enjoyed the movie completely. I may not be the ideal person to review it, but this is just my opinion. If you are a pet lover, I highly recommend you to check out this movie if you haven't already. This movie is going to be emotional and can make you cry, so be ready for it. Number 3. Avatar. I am talking about Avatar 1 that is released in 2009. I have this habit of watching previous movies before watching the sequel, so I rewatched Avatar before watching Avatar 2. Some people say the movie is nothing but graphics, hero is boring, no characters are memorable, story is simple, etc, etc, etc. Well, I agree to all of them. But still, I like this movie and I would like to argue visuals are not just here to look good, but they also have an impact on the story itself. The entire movie revolves around saving Pandora and its network. The movie does a good job at exploring the planet from the eyes of Navi. The concept of Eva, the network that connects the entire planet, makes the planet a character for itself. The visuals really help to show the entire thing as if it is completely real. CGI tree that is getting destroyed, it does move my heartstrings. I mean, say me another sci-fi movie that captures the soul of the planet as Avatar does. Aliens, Interstellar, Oblivion, Dune. I care about Pandora more than any of those planets shown in those movies. Though I like some of those movies more than Avatar, I consider Avatar as peak cinema and cinematic experience. Number 4. Avatar 2. While Avatar has issues with character and simple story, Avatar 2 has fixed those two. This movie starts many years after Avatar 1 and the protagonist has kids now. The movie revolves around Jake trying to save his kid. The characters are designed very well that each kid has its own style and thinking process. I personally liked Loak and Kiri's character. The movie is still in theaters and I highly recommend you to watch the movie in the theater. I am pretty much sure that you will have a great experience with this movie. It's a bit longer, 3-hour movie, and it also feels longer while watching. Except for that, movie does have an emotional connection and a likable character than the previous outing. I have made a full video talking about my opinion on Avatar 2. I will add the link in the description, do check it out. Number 5, Chup. It's a psychological thriller movie about a serial killer who kills movie reviewers. There is no surprise or suspense element to the movie, as you can expect everything before it starts unfolding. Nonetheless, the movie does a great job in executing the scenes. It does not feel bored throughout the movie, and the way they portrayed the murders is brutal and chilling. The movie is a slow burn and also slows down in a couple of scenes, so this may not be everyone's cup of tea, but people who enjoy slow burn movies and thriller movies will have a good experience overall. My friend, who is also part of this channel, extremely liked the movie and placed it in his best movies of this year. You can check out the video from the description too. Number 6, Donnie Darko. I am watching this movie for the first time, and if you have already watched the movie, you can expect I didn't understand the movie at all. I felt that movie was boring and sometimes could not even understand what actually happened. This movie is recognized as one of the classics, but it did not feel that way at all. Turns out it's quite common for many people to not understand the movie on their first watch. But there are many theories on this movie on YouTube that makes it too damn sense. Though I didn't like the movie that much, I enjoyed the time with the theories. They deal with concepts like multiverse, dreams, psychological issues, etc. Many scenes in this movie are open-ended and left to audience to complete it. So people have done the same. I am pretty sure I will enjoy the movie on the second watch, so let's see. If you enjoy movies like this that are confusing but as an underlying theory to fill in, then you should watch this movie. But for many people, I think it's going to be frustrating and boring. Number 7, Ashwadav. I have to say this movie left me with mixed opinions. In the movie, there is an organization or business that can artificially make a girl pregnant. Later, they can sell that child to people who cannot have kids. Ashwadav, who is in need for money, wants to contribute and give birth to a child. They took her to the facility and look after all her needs as she is carrying a child of some rich family. But there is more happening secretly in the facility, and how she finds it forms the basic line of the story. I have to say, there are many great aspects in this movie. The facility they show is quite amazing. The entire first half is suspenseful and filled with anticipation of what's going to come. Samantha nailed the movie from start to end. Action scenes are better than many other Indian male-oriented movies. But the only issue is when the movie starts unfolding, you can easily see the complete picture of what's happening. You can also expect the climax when the movie is still 1 hour to go. This makes climax a bit weaker. Anyhow, there are some small surprises until the end of the movie. So movie does not feel boring, as there is something going on always. Music also takes this movie to one step above. You can clearly give it a watch, as it is one of the best heroine-oriented movies in India. Number 8, Ante Sundaraniki. I do not understand why this movie is not in the list of best movies of 2022 for many YouTubers. Even we didn't place this movie in the best movies list on our channel, as the video is made by my friend. But I have to say, if I made that video, I would have definitely placed Ante Sundaraniki in that. If you enjoy movies like Ashtachamma, Olgus Pusalade, Nuve Nuve, you will also like this movie. It's a movie about a Hindu guy trying to marry a Christian girl. Both the families are Orthodox families respect to their religion. They start convincing their families with lies, which leads to even bigger problems. How they dealt with the problems and are they able to get married forms the basic line of the story. The movie is filled with feel-good humor. Though the story has to deal with religions, it handled it great and even embraced it when needed. I will definitely watch this movie at least a couple of times this year. It's a classic in my opinion. Number 9, Back to the Future Part 1, 2 and 3. Speaking about classics, Back to the Future series is one of them. This is my 4th rewatch of the entire series. That should say I like this movie so much. It's a sci-fi time travel comedy movie, but more importantly, it is about these two guys, Marty McFly and his old scientist friend, Emmett Brown. They make a time machine and accidentally travels to the future. Their time machine will be broken. So how they manage to fix it and get back forms the basic storyline. Though it's a 3-movie series, they feel like a single movie and perfect continuation I have seen. Second movie starts where the first movie ends and the third one starts where the second one ends. I personally cannot rank one movie over other, as they are equally good. Though these movies are from 1985, I have to say they are fast-paced and worth to watch for everyone. It might be a sci-fi movie for the namesake, but it mostly deals with the characters and family. I am not exaggerating, these movies are classic for a reason. If you like Rick and Morty, you will surely love the inspiration behind that TV show. Number 10, Top Gun Maverick. This movie is definitely better than the first Top Gun movie. As you can expect, the concept of these movies are simple. They form a Top Gun team of pilots to do an impossible mission. How they get trained and how they execute the mission forms the basic storyline. The movie does a good job at portraying the impossibleness of the mission. They have to enter the enemy territory and destroy the uranium base. Sounds simple, but it is a lot harder in reality. If you are a person who hates VFX and wants real-life action sequences, this movie is a must-watch for you. The scene where Maverick shows that the mission is possible is one of the best cinematic moments I have watched in the recent times. It builds up the anticipation and makes your heart beat faster. Number 11, Thank You. Though the movie is fine and comes with a good message, this isn't what I expect from a director like Vikram K. Kumar. The movie is about an arrogant CEO understanding he is in that stage because of many other people and not just his own effort. What these people have done to him and how he acknowledges that forms the basic line of the story. As per the story, the movie also does a good job at that. It's a okay-ish feel-good movie that you can watch whenever you are free. While the movie is true to its nature and story, it does feel boring occasionally. Number 12, Ramsethu. I do not have much to offer about this movie. Great concept destroyed with execution. Government hires an archaeologist to say that Ramsethu is not man-made, so that they can destroy it for the ships to travel, which saves a lot of money. But in the process of research, he finds it is man-made and ends proving Lord Ram exists. How we manage to make this information public and how we find the proof forms the basic line of the story. Some visuals in this movie are awesome, but most of them are off. VFX is so bad to a point that it destroyed some of the best scenes. Heroes suit when you have to dive into water is funny. These scenes have to be core of the movie but feels funny. The movie does pick up a bit after Satyadev entry. Overall, it's a movie that you can watch one time whenever you are free. These are the movies that I watched in December 2020. We are also trying to make a video on movies of Rajamouli. So I also watched some of these old movies like Student Number 1, Simhadri and Chhatrapati. RRR is something that I am watching like every week at this point. I will talk about these movies in that video itself. Subscribe to check out that video whenever we publish it.